What's up everyone, my name is Alex Kouras and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how I cut my hair from the faded portion on the sides of my head and pretty much everything around, how I blend in the fade to the length on top to really give it that seamless and clean look. So without any further ado, let's jump right into this self haircut. So for the first guideline, I'm always going to be using my clipper with the no guard and the lever completely closed. And I'm just going to be going up right around the corner of my eyebrow right in here, all the way around my head. And then pretty much dipping it down right when you get to the occipital bone right in here, just to give it that really clean look and let the haircut flow with your head shape. Okay, so we have the first guideline in, again, right around the corner of my eyebrow, and taking it straight back and having a slightward downward tip toward the back of my head, right by the occipital ridge, right in here. And then the same thing on the left side, right by the corner of my eyebrow, going straight back with that slight dip. And a good key here is to make sure you have your guidelines as straight as possible. Doesn't need to be perfect, but the straighter the better. Using the number 1 guard with the lever completely open, okay, just like this. This is the lever open position. I'm gonna be going up 1 inch from this guideline, trying to keep it as straight as possible all the way around my head on both sides. Okay, so here we have the second guideline done, using the number 1 guard with the lever open, going all the way around my head 1 inch from the previous guideline. You can see it's pretty much even, as straight as I can make it. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect, but it does have to look, relatively straight so your guidelines are good when you're going to fade the hair. So for the third guideline, I'm going to be using the number 2 guard with the lever completely opened. And again, same thing, I'm going up 1 inch from the previous guideline. Only for this guideline, I'm gonna be going up that 1 inch, and then I'm kind of gonna have somewhat of a flick out motion once I get towards the top by my part line with all this extra hair here. And the reason why I'm gonna be flicking out once I get to here is because I don't wanna dig into the length by my part line. I wanna keep that length and just blend in everything as much as I can.
Do not go gentle into that good night.
So now that we have the first 3 guidelines done, the main guidelines for the self haircut, we've got the no guard lever closed, number 1 guard lever open, and then the number 2 guard lever open. Now we're gonna go ahead and start to fade in those hard lines going up our head. First thing we're going to be doing is using the number 1 guard and then closing the lever completely, and we're going to go up just to nick this bottom hard line right in here, just to really soften things up. We're not going to be taking off the hard line with the number 1 guard lever closed. We're just going to be softening up that hard line. I'm going to be throwing on my half guard and close the lever completely and just really flick out about 1/4 of the way up from this bottom hard line. So to really finish off this bottom hard line, I'm going to be using the lever completely open, and then I'm also going to be pushing it to the halfway position as well and kind of finagling with it between these 2 positions to really knock out that bottom hard line and make it invisible. So now the side of my head should be relatively faded to a nice standard. I mean, I could go back and do some more detailing. Right in the middle here, I could do a little bit more work, but as of right now, it should be okay. Let's move on to the next step. So for the next step, I'm gonna be using my number 1.5 guard with the lever open, and then I'm gonna be going down to the lever closed to flick out this bottom hard line. Again, the lever open is gonna be to flick out about 1/4 of an inch of this hair. And if I still see a hard line after I use the 1.5 guard lever closed, I'll go on and throw the number 1 guard with the lever open again and just try and flick it out with the corners.
Do not go gentle.
Okay, so that was with the 1.5 guard lever open. You can still see there is a hard line right here. So let me go ahead, close the lever completely, and then flick out this bottom hard line. Okay, so you can still kind of see there's somewhat of a hard line right in here, and then a little bit right back here. So I'm going to be using the 1 guard lever open one more time and using the corners to try and get out that hard line. Okay, so the last portion of the fade is going to be tackling the hair by the part line right in here. Okay, we left off at this point with the number 2 guard lever open. Now I'm going to be using the number 3 guard with the lever open and doing something similar like before. I'm going to be going straight up and off the head. So any of the longer hairs up here that are getting caught, okay, they're just going to be cut and then kind of even it out with the shorter hairs right in here. I think I did a pretty good job blending everything in. It looks pretty good on my end. I'm not sure if it comes through the camera, but it looks pretty good on my end. I don't see any major flaws with the self haircut. I don't think I'm gonna need to use the thinning shears and the comb this time, but just so you know, for you guys, it is a good option if you wanna take the blending to the next level. And if you want to learn in a lot more detail how to use thinning shears, how to use actual shears to cut the length on top of your head, check out my self haircut course using the first link at the top of the description. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you learned how to give yourself a proper fade and blend in the hair from the sides to the length on top. And if you guys did like this video, make sure you leave a like and share this video with a friend. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you guys click on that subscribe button down below and click on the post notifications right next to it to never miss a new video. And if you guys want to learn how to cut your own hair in a lot more detail than I explained in today's video, make sure you check out my self haircut course using the first link at the top of the description. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!